Hiking 101 Intro to Maps NPS Logo.
Hi there!
Woman pops
I'm
out
Sabrina
from behind Catoctin Mountain Park sign.
Catoctin is home to over 25 miles of beautiful trails and multiple scenic overlooks where you can view the gorgeous mountain scenery. It's a great day outside and I'd love to show you some of the sights. But before we set out, it's always a good idea to make sure you have a few essential items. I've got my good sturdy hiking boots.
Taps boot on sign
I'm going
pedestal.
to bring my refillable water bottle.
Holds up metal water bottle.
And I'm going to pick up one of the park's trail maps.
Pulls trail map out of back pocket. Looks confused at map.
Why don't you come over here and take a look at this map of the East Side trails with me. In this video, we'll review how to read a trail map and how to use it to make the most of your visit. Come and take a look.
Still image of map showing park hiking trails. The first thing you should look for on any map is the key. Green box highlights key in upper right corner. Text that says key. A map's key tells us what each of the symbols you'll find on a map mean. Let's look at this section of the map here. Green circle appears around trail between Cunningham Falls and Hog Rock. Checking the key, we can see that the dotted line represents a trail, while these arrows indicate steep uphill terrain. Now we know that this section of trail between Cunningham Falls and Hog Rock is particularly steep, and we can prepare ourselves for a tough bit of hiking. Green underlines appear under trails and steep uphill terrain symbols on key. Most maps are made to convey specific information. A trail map may share similar symbols to a road or city map, but they may not necessarily mean the same thing. When in doubt, check the key. Boxes that read yellow blaze, pink/purple blaze, orange blaze, and white blaze are highlighted in green. Now that we know what the symbols on this map mean, the next thing you should look for on a trail map are the trail blazes. Blazes are painted marks that help hikers stay on the path. You'll usually see them on trees or rocks. At Catoctin, each trail is blazed with a different color or shape. On the east side of the park, long loop trails are marked with rectangular blazes, yellow rectangular
while
mark.
shorter nature trails are marked with triangular ones.
Photo of tree with pink triangle mark. Still image of map showing park hiking trails.
Some of Catoctin's loop trails overlap and will take you along the same route before eventually splitting off. In this case, multiple blazes will appear side by side. For example, on this section of the yellow loop and orange loop, you'll see blazes that look like this. Green box appears around trail marked with yellow and orange dashes. Photo of tree painted with yellow rectangle and orange rectangle. Photo of brown sign with white text and blaze colors with arrows pointing to different locations. When two overlapping trails separate, there will often be a directional sign indicating which way to go to reach certain landmarks. However, you should always familiarize yourself with what color the trail you want to hike is blazed with, so you can be 100% certain that you are on the correct trail. Red line under text reading Thermont Vista next to pink square. Red circle around pink rectangle on tree behind sign. Still image of map showing park hiking trails. Green box highlights section containing trail distances in lower left corner. In the bottom left corner of the map, you'll see a section labeled Long Distance Loop Trail Hikes. This section indicates the distance and approximate hiking time of each of our long loop trails. The yellow blaze loop, the orange blaze loop, and the pink blaze loop. The approximate hiking time of each loop is based on the difficulty of the terrain and the average walking speed of an adult hiker. It takes the average hiker about 30 minutes to hike 1 mile over gentle terrain. This is just an average and may vary wildly depending on your level of fitness, group size, and other factors.
but it can help you roughly estimate how much time you can expect to spend on each trail.
Still image of a chart titled Catoctin Mountain Park East Trail System Guide.
On the back of the map, you can find more detailed information on some of our most popular trails. The trails are organized into easy, moderate, and strenuous. This guide will provide you with distance and approximate hiking time, the color and shape of the trail's blazes, and what sights you can expect to see on each trail.
Still image of map showing park hiking trails.
If you'd like to go on a hike that isn't covered on the trail guide, you can use the distances printed on the front of the map to add up how long your hike will be.
Green boxes highlight numbers scattered across map.
Looks like we've got the basics down. Now let's use this map to plan a hike.
Green circles appear around icons labeled Visitor Center and Hog Rock.
Let's say I'd like to hike from the Visitor Center to Hog Rock. By looking at the key, we can see that this symbol marks our starting point. According to the map, we'll be looking for rectangular yellow trailblazes to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Visitor Center icon, a circle with the letter I inside, is highlighted on both the map and the key.
About halfway through our hike, we'll have the opportunity to cross the road and view Cunningham Falls.
Green circle appears around Cunningham Falls.
Once we're done at the falls, it'll be 1 more mile before we reach Hog Rock. Looks like we'll be running into some steep uphill terrain.
Green box appears around numbers next to trail that read 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers. Green circle around arrows on trail. Green box appears around numbers next to Hog Rock icon that read 1,610 feet, 491 meters.
Hog Rock is located at one of the highest elevations in the park, so we'd better be prepared for quite a climb.
Green boxes appear around 2 sets of numbers that read 1.2 miles, 1.9 kilometers, and 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers. Green circle around a loop trail marked with yellow triangles.
By the time we reach Hog Rock, we'll have hiked a total of 2.2 miles, closer to 2.5 if we went to see Cunningham Falls. While we're here, we may want to enjoy the Hog Rock Nature Trail loop, which will add about half a mile of distance to our hike.
Green circle around restroom icon next to parking lot icon. Restroom icon underlined on key.
We could head back to the visitor center now, but according to the map, there's a restroom located at Hog Rock parking lot, which is a little under half a mile away. We can head that way to make a pit stop before the trip back.
Green circle around Blue Ridge Summit Vista.
After our pit stop, we'll have hiked about 2.6 miles. We could go back the way we came, but at this point, we're over halfway through the Yellow Blaze Loop. The quickest way back to the visitor center is to head towards Blue Ridge Summit Vista and follow the yellow blazes for another 2 miles. We'll have to stay sharp and make sure we keep following the yellow blazes on the last mile of the trail, when the yellow loop overlaps with the pink loop and the orange loop.
Green squares around sections of trail marked with yellow and pink dashes and yellow and orange dashes.
When we arrive back at the visitor center, we'll have hiked a total of 4.6 miles. It'll take us about 2.5 hours to walk the entire loop, so we'd better bring water.
Woman standing behind Catoctin Mountain Park sign on stone sign pedestal. Text that reads 301-663-9388.
Now that you're an expert on Catoctin's trail maps, you're ready to get out here and see the mountain for real. If you have any more questions, you can always visit us at the Visitor Center every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can give us a call at this number. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you real soon!